Hey, let's just pause for a second before you scroll past. The NIMO 15.6 Light Gaming Laptop is for the kind of person who's stopped settling for sluggish load times and blurry frame pacing. You know when something feels laggy, even when you can't put your finger on the numbers? That's the gap this machine closes. Before you go any deeper, take a moment to check the current price and availability. Systems like this tend to disappear fast once people realize how much smoother everything runs. You already had that aha moment. Maybe your old laptop handled basics okay, but games choked in crowded scenes. Maybe switching between browser, editor, and a stream felt like juggling too many plates. Or maybe you started lowering settings not because you wanted to, but because you had to. That's when you realize you've outgrown compromise. The first time you actually play with this laptop, everything feels lighter. Not just faster, easier. Load screens shrink, menus respond instantly, textures settle without hesitation. You stop apologizing to yourself for lag and start enjoying what's on screen. It's not a dramatic spike in specs, it's the confidence of performance that stays steady under real use. Gaming doesn't feel like a negotiation anymore. Competitive titles stay fluid, visuals stay crisp, and even long sessions feel composed. You don't dread drop frames in the middle of a critical moment because this keeps things stable where it counts. And everyday tasks? They feel effortless, switching apps, editing clips, multitasking with dozens of tabs, everything flows without that familiar pause you've been compensating for. Once you live with this level of responsiveness, weaker systems start to feel like obstacles. You'll notice delays you used to ignore. And every time you consider settling for something cheaper or simpler, you circle right back here, because you already know what you'd be giving up. If you're even thinking about it, don't sit on stock shifts or those weird price jumps that always pop up when you hesitate. You might wonder if a light gaming laptop can really make this much difference. That doubt fades fast once you feel how naturally smooth it all is, not just for games, but for real work and play. The surprise benefit here is how balanced everything feels: power without unpredictability, speed without noise, and steady performance that feels reliable every time you use it. Performance that feels immediate and solid. Games that stay fluid, not choppy. Multitasking without hesitation. Loads that don't interrupt focus. Your system finally feels capable. It's not the smallest or the cheapest machine out there, and it's not built for extreme desktop-level power. But those aren't flaws, they're signs it's engineered with purpose, not compromise. At some point, you stop looping comparisons and just choose the laptop you already trusted would deliver. That's when the NIMO 15.6 stops being an option and becomes yours. Check the availability now, trust that upgrade instinct you've been pushing aside, and don't let this become one of those upgrades you look back on wishing you'd made sooner. Once the NIMO 15.6 is in your hands, anything less just won't feel quite right anymore.